this is for the public. It's not just you. I'm not speaking only to you. I'm speaking to everybody watching. You guys we've all been asking for difference makers. We now are signing difference makers, and we're complaining about third world problems. Guess what? If before, when we didn't have drinking water, we were complaining that we didn't have drinking water.
Tell me when we didn't have drinking water. Tell me what year? What years?
Now that we have full course meals, we're complaining that we don't have the right fork for our.
Bro, we ain't won a trophy for nearly 1900 days. You know that, innit?
Lee, you are missing the point.
No, the point is trophies, bro. That's the aim of the game.
Lee, at this moment in time, we have one of the best teams in the league, and exactly what you've been waiting for has happened. It's now gotten to the point where we have a squad that everyone should believe is good enough to finally.
Why should everyone believe it? Ain't a cult.
Because we currently have one of the best defenses. We currently have a solid midfield that can be argued as one of the better midfields in the league, and we now have improved our attack to a level where we've added Ebrichi Eze, one of the best players outside of the traditional top 6 in the Premier League.
Agree.
We've added one of the best strikers across Europe who scored 97 goals over 2 years.
But you wanted Sesko. Carry on.
And we already have Bukayo Saka, who's one of the best English talents in the league. Now, with that being
said, and the best manager, top 5 manager in the world.
That's my opinion, not yours, obviously. But so you shouldn't echo it. Anyways,
no, I was just saying.
My point being,
you don't get sarcasm, which was why that clip yesterday was funny. You don't get sarcasm.
Here's my conclusion, guys. With my body paragraph being everything I've just said, my conclusion is I believe Arsenal now currently have a complete squad and exactly what we've been.
So there's serious pressure now, then, Egal.
Forget about pressure. Forget about pressure.
It's not complete yet. It's not complete.
One second. Forget about pressure. I will bring the pressure. How about that? I believe Arsenal have the best squad in the Premier League now that we've signed Eze, and Liverpool have yet to sign Isaac or Guehi, and Man City have yet to sign a right back. I believe Arsenal currently have all the tools needed to go out there and compete on all fronts and to be one of the best teams in this Premier League. We have all the tools. Defensively, we have the two best center back pairing. Midfield-wise, I believe in this team. No, I'm not cashing checks for you guys.
No.
Nobody else is. I believe Arsenal currently constructed is equipped to go for the league, and we currently should say to ourselves, for the first time under Mikel Arteta's whole era, that we finally can say we have one of the best teams in the league. And it's no longer Eddie Nketiah's and Rob Holdings and all these other guys coming in to fill in the depth. We have players who we've signed specifically to fill in the depth. We have players starting that we know we can rely on to make a difference in these games. And I believe,
let Albert come in because Albert's got to go. So let Albert come in after this.
like Norgard and that. Cool, carry on. Sorry, Albert.
You know, Dan, we've had this conversation plenty of times. I'm sure you guys, you've always got your own channels and you have your inputs, but I've always said it with Arsenal. It doesn't matter who we sign. We could sign Sesko, Gyökeres, the second coming of Pele, Maradona. If the manager is not tactically flexible enough and adaptable enough this season, we're not going to do anything, because from the attacking point of the final third, we progress the ball too slowly. We take too many touches. Zubimendi, hopefully, a bit more time in the league will sort that, because when I watch, now, you know, when it is league, let me land. It's just like with him, what I've seen of him anyway, he very rarely takes more than 2-3 touches of the ball, and that will help with the transition because Erdegaard slows it down too much. I've always said that about him, regardless whether he's captain or before that. So it will come down to the manager and how we set up, because we can't play the football we played last season, injuries or not. We had 14 draws last season, losing points, 20 plus points for winning positions. That can't happen again. And we've got better players this time. So all eyes will be on Mikel. It will be.
Can I give you one point?
Well, we haven't got better players because
can I make a point? On Mikel, right? Egal, I get what you're saying. I like Mikel as well. You know I do. I respect him. I back him. I think he's done a great job. But this is where I sit on Mikel now. And I've said this already. If he doesn't do it this season, I will still be respectful. I'm not going to turn to, he's a shit manager, this, Arteta out, blah, blah, blah. I will say respectfully, it's probably time to go. You've had 6 years now after winning the FA Cup. It hasn't turned into silverware, hasn't turned into trophies. But where I sit, and I think what a lot of people don't understand, is for where he's taken us from and to, right?
We know that. That's the thing, Christian. That's the key.
Where did it take us from?
Let me finish this point. Let me finish this point in terms of what he's done with the squad. Right, he has, and I don't think any Arsenal fan can disagree. Egal just mentioned those players, right? Rob Holding and Mustafis and Kolasinacs and all of these men who were just not good enough to play for Arsenal have all been cleared out. It's all gone. All that dead wood. There's still a couple.
You mean the players that won trophies?
One sec. There's still a couple more to go. But I think 95% of Arsenal fans can agree we have top quality throughout this squad, right? And if Arteta leaves at the end of the season without winning anything, someone else can step in to a squad that is ready to challenge on all fronts and add to that. And it's not like they got to start again. It's not like they need another 5 years to rip it apart and rebuild and trust the process again. That will be and retool, whatever it is, right? That will be a squad that is ready to go. Ali, I don't think you can disagree with that. I look around that squad, right? And I'm going to go through it. David Raya, Golden Glove 2 years in a row, one of the top keepers in Europe. Timber, I thought was our player of the season last year. I think he's the best right back in this league. Sleeper and Gabriel don't even need a word, right? Left back, cool. People can have their concerns. Miles Lewis-Skelly's a quality player. He's only 18. Calafiori, I rate. He's not a left back, right? Maybe there's a little gap there, but I still like those players. Declan Rice, no concerns, no words. Zubimendi, for me, quality player. Martin Odegaard needs to find his form, needs to get back to it. But I know on his day, he's a top quality player. Adding Eze to that. Who can argue with Eze? We've seen him do it in the Premier League. Everyone's excited. Everyone's buzzing, right? I'm just talking through our squad and how strong it actually is. Yeah, you go Bukayo Saka, right wing, right? Top 3 right wingers in the world, in my opinion, right? When Salah leaves this league and Saka improves, he could be one of the best. He could be the best right winger in the world. Why not? Why not?
Bro, don't worry about him. Bro. Keep preaching.
And Salah. No, I'm being serious, 100%. Yeah, Lamine Yamal and Salah, in my opinion, is obviously between those two for the best right winger in the world. Behind that is Bukayo Saka for me.
Well, so Elise is not better than him, no?
Huh?
Elise doesn't touch Saka. What are you talking about?
Elise is not better than Saka.
Elise is a quality player.
Doesn't show up.
Big up the
I said Elise don't show up. He literally showed up when it mattered and won a league title, bruv.
Yeah,
anyway, all right, let me finish the squad,
you can win a league title. You
Gyökeres.
could be starting for Bayern and win a league title. Shut up.
Okay, cool. So how didn't they win it the year before then? You laughed at Harry Kane.
Why didn't they win it the year before? I don't know.
Oh, okay. But I could turn up and win a league title.
Let Christian come to the end of his point.
After 11 years, eventually you're going to slip up once.
I'm just going through it, right?
Go on, Christian.
No, I'm nearly done. Anyway, Victor Gyökeres through the middle. We're all happy with that as a signing. 102
100%.
goals in 97 games. One of the most lethal strikers in Europe. Yet to see him do it for Arsenal, but I believe he will. Left wing is still a problem. That's where we still need to address. Whether we do it now or we do it in January or we wait and sit on our hands, which we probably will, and do it next summer. This squad is ready. Whether Mikel Arteta is the guy to take us over that line is yet to be seen. He hasn't done it over the past 3 years, over the past 5 years. I'll be the first to admit that. I know he hasn't, right? So there's definitely a problem there. Can he be that guy to take us over the line this season? I don't know. I hope he can. If not, this squad is ready for someone else, another top manager to come in and take it over that line. That's why I'm thankful for
one thing. Just I'm going to go down because I need to get my.
They're dropping like flies, bro. They asked me to come on. They're dropping like flies.
No, I need to go, man.
Albert, you're my guy, bro.
No.
You're a cool
one
guy,
thing
man.
he's definitely.
All right, man, like Egal bounce real quick, bro.
One thing.
He's got his own name, man. Call him.
One thing Mikel definitely can't do this season. I need to see better sort of management of the squad and playing players and not running players into the ground. That can't happen, man. You know what I mean? We had players lose hamstring injuries because he overplayed them too much. He's got no excuses.
29 injured? Yeah, Albert, why is 29 injured again? Because he rushed him back too early. Well, and he's bulked up. Saka's next. Rice is next. Trust me, Timber weren't in training today. Ben White weren't in training. Jesus is going to be he's like a new signing. Bro, we're fucked this season because of the amount of injuries we've had previously with major injuries. And these players are going to drop like flies.
Issue because you get knock-on effects from a long-term injury. So yeah, let me go, man. I need to go and sleep, man.
All right, peace out, bro.
They're all dropping like that. They all asked me to come on down. Now they're all bouncing.
Dan, let me say this. Lee, you're happy. But even in your time where you're happy, we're going to disagree on things. Where I believe Arsenal's transfer window now has put us in a situation where it's either we win or we clearly know you were right the whole time and the manager might have been the issue.
So 1900 days nearly ago.
But at this point, up until this point, I've always echoed that the squad was not good enough where we can say that the manager is the problem. I've always thought that the manager was overperforming.
Yeah, it's the first time that you've got the squad that you think can now be and it's now it's just, you said it on my channel earlier. We've got the squad, it's not on the manager, you said.
And I'll repeat this again. And to anybody who sits here and says, oh, Egal just backs the manager, it's no longer just about the manager. I believe we now have one of the best defenses. I believe we have a solid midfield. And I believe we now finally have that attack where we can rely upon them. And if we cannot find solutions with what we have to our disposal, at that point, we'll speak about the manager. But here's what this is what I want from you, Lee, and the people who listen to what you say. Support the team. For the rest of the season.
I support the club.
Support the players and the club.
No, I don't back anything I don't believe in, bro.
And let's try not to be reactionary.
No. Okay, so Egal. Land your point and I'll come back. Go on. Land your point. Sorry.
Let's try to not be reactionary, because in the case when
let's not be reactionary.
When Liverpool are ahead in the league, because I believe we're going to be in a title race this season, and we're gonna find a situation where we're going to be in the mix, and we need ourselves to be supporters. We need to support the club.
What do you class as a supporter, though? Define what you think as a supporter. Sorry to cut in. Sorry to cut in. I just want to get your definition. No, I am. I want to get your definition of what a supporter is.
Okay, I'm simply saying, for us being in a title race and people going to the games and watching the games, and us facing West Ham, Fulham, whoever it is, if we're ahead in the league, or if we're behind or wherever we are, we need to support the players at the games, and we cannot be there.
I'm not at the fucking
nervous, quiet, calm. The stadium at times, I feel like we weren't doing our best during some of these title races. I feel like at times the fan base at the games were being very nervous. They weren't really doing.
Real Madrid's fans booed their fucking team off at half time yesterday. Xavi Alonso's first league game, booed him off at half time. Why weren't they backing him?
Who gives a shit?
No. Why did they win the game? Because the next fucking half they won.
I look at Manchester City and Liverpool. It doesn't matter if their team is having a poor game or a good game. They back their team and try to help them get over the line.
Why?
It's almost as if the Arsenal players and the manager have to get the fans up for the game sometimes.
Yeah, because we ain't won fuck all for so long.
No,
Miguel.
but
the teams you're mentioning have won shit consistently.
We should help motivate these guys.
They're getting paid millions of pounds. How about motivate us, mate? How about motivate us? Declan Rice went 4 times his salary, bro. He's on 60 bags. It's now 240.
As supporters, as fans.
That's why I asked you. You ain't answered. What is a supporter to you or a fan?
Because we haven't won the league since we came to the Emirates, and our last league title was at Highbury. That place does not know how it is, how the feeling to win is.
Well, guess what? Most of the people in that stadium went at the fucking Highbury Stadium.
In order for us to instill that feeling, I believe there should be more support, and hopefully with the exciting players we have this season, we can get more excitement. We can make the place a cauldron. And from there,
well, we did that in 2022, bro, and we still.
I know what you mean, but a lot of the time it is on the players. It's on the players a lot of the time too.
Yeah, because you're waffling.
If I cut you off,
I've asked you a question. What do you class as a fan or a supporter? You haven't answered it. What do you said? We need to support the team and be a supporter.
I'm not questions if I'm in the middle of a conversation.
No, but this is why I don't let you go 5 minutes talking, because we need to have clarity on what you're saying. Otherwise, in 5 minutes' time. And that's why I always come across as the rude guy, because I cut you off. Yeah, because you'll go and talk for 5 minutes. Now I've forgotten about, we need to be supporters and support the team. What do you class as a supporter or a fan? Because they're 2 different things, by the way. Forget the fans in the stadium. No, actually, don't forget them in the stadium. What do you class as a supporter from a global status around the world that can't go to games, logistically, financially, even in the UK? And fans, supporters, how do you like put that together? Because for me, when I'm watching the biggest club on the planet in a country I live in, with more fans in this country than any other club in this country, Real Madrid, and more global fans than any other club in the world, and they're booing their team off in Xavi Alonso's first home game at half-time, white handkerchiefs out, booing them off. Yeah? Why aren't they trusting the process? Why aren't they backing him? He's a legend of their club, by the way. And legend. Arteta ain't a legend of our club. They stunk their way to a 1-0 win yesterday, a penalty. Yeah, that's it. Their fans are already on his neck, bruv. But us, 6 years later, well, we need to make it a cauldron in the stadium. Well, they did that in 2022, bruv.
I think.
Explain what you think as a fan and supporter.
I think it's unhealthy that we have our own fans saying we are incapable of winning, and in the middle of a title race saying we're going to lose to our opponents. And I think we should have the backbone to say, you know what? I believe these guys have the capability of doing it. Hopefully they continue to win and they kick on. I've seen you in the 2022-2023 season be a supporter that backs the team and believes that they can get over the line. And I hope at a certain point this season, when we are in a position where we can go on and win, and you see the finish line, that you become a fan that says, you know what, I see this team can win, and I hope they can win, and I back them, and let's get the job done. And same way when I seen you in the 2022-2023 season, Lee, I seen you put out your chest ahead of the game versus Man United and say, you know what, we're going to go that goal.
I said we'll win the league,
and you believe we were going to win the league, and
everyone did.
Everyone got
and then this manager dropped Trossard and brought Jesus.
What happens is, until we have our Emirates version of the Aguero moment, I think a certain set of fan base like you, DJB, Kenny Ken, no offense to you guys, but you guys are very pessimistic. And until you see it, you will never go back to what you were back in the
but Egal, we're pessimistic based off of what we've seen growing up as fans.
Look at what
winning
you turned
shit.
This stream into. You've turned a positive, happy stream.
I ain't turned nothing. You lot asked me to come here.
Over standards. And
you lot asked me to come on
my
here.
My standards are actually higher than yours.
And the chat and you guys asked me to come on here.
Hold on. In terms of what you're talking about,
bro, I could be lunging and plunging with wifey right now, yeah. Right?
We appreciate
you. You lot asked me to come on here.
We appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, and it's not my channel. I'm on Dan's channel too.
No, but you lot asked me to come here.
We appreciate you all coming on, man.
We appreciate.
Dan texted me and said the chat and the panel want me to come on the channel, and I said, cool. I looked at the panel. I was like, okay, fair enough. Let's go.
No, but we're having a conversation. Everybody, you hold everybody accountable. I'm holding you accountable.
Go and watch my stream. I'm buzzing that we signed Eze, and I'm glad I did it while it dropped while I was live.
Me, I want to see you when we're up by. If we're up by 7 to 8 points near the late end of the season, I need to see you saying, you know what, we're gonna win this goddamn league. Let's go.
Okay, cool. So let me tell you why I won't do that. Because I've seen us be fucking miles clear in 89, mate, and nearly bottled it, and then had to beat Liverpool at Anfield by 2 goals to win it.
Am I losing my mind, or is he going?
Yes, you are, because you never see 89. You never see 89. Hold up. You never see 1989. We were clear, bro. We were clear. Yeah, bro. You've never seen us in other seasons.
1 second.
We bottled 12-point lead, by the way.
1 second. Kevin Campbell, God rest his soul. I sat on the stream, 1 hour stream, and watched the whole 89 game all over again with Kevin Campbell, and he explained the whole season to me. So don't tell me I don't know about 89.
Okay.
I learned from the best. I learned from the best. God rest his soul. I learned from the best when it comes to that. When it comes to football knowledge, I might not have as much football knowledge as you, Lee, but when it comes to how we support the club, we don't have to support it the same. But if the title is in our sight, we should both be cheering the team on to win that goddamn title.
No, because
instead of criticizing them and saying how they can't do it.
Egal, I'm only going off of 37 years of watching this football club. I know what a title-winning team looks like. This is not a title-winning team, bruv.
You don't know
it's
that.
Not.
You don't.
I do know that based off of fucking previous under this manager. If the manager had been here 1 year or 18 months, I don't know nothing.
You don't know nothing right now.
Cool. I don't know nothing.
At this moment in time, game week 1, we don't know who the title winning side is.
Yes, we do. It's Liverpool and City.
We don't know what the best team is. We don't know
if it's Liverpool and City.
We don't know if Gahey's going to join Liverpool. You don't know if this team is a title winning side or not because you haven't seen them kick a ball together yet. Eze hasn't even joined the team yet. So don't sit here and tell me this is not a title winning side because you don't know what a title winning side is.
How many titles have you seen Arsenal win ago?
What?
How many titles have you seen Arsenal win as a football club?
Bro,
answer the question. We don't need the semantics and all the bullshit.
I started watching football in 1989.
How many titles have you seen Arsenal win? Tell me.
No, 1998. I meant 1998.
So how many titles have you seen Arsenal win?
So you do the math.
And how old was you in 1998?
I was 7 years old.
Cool. So you remember that, like I remember 89, because I was 7 in 89. Yeah. So you've seen a few titles after that, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Fantastic. Yeah. And everyone's got an opinion, Egal. Yeah. And you know we're cool. Yeah. We can have the to and fro and we lose our rank and all this shit. Yeah. Fact and reality is, I've seen Arsenal win 17 trophies, bro. I know what a trophy winning team looks like. This manager, this manager has not built a title winning team. Most of our players are fucking crocked and got scars all over their bodies. Yeah. Now, the guy that had a grade 3 7-inch scar up the back of his thigh on his hamstring has now potentially done an ACL. Yeah.
So
now, hold on. Now, don't think Bukayo Saka, who's ducking out of tackles the other day, is not going to get injured this season. Declan Rice, Timber, Ben White is already injured.
Bad mind.
No, reality, my friend, based off a previous.
All right. Let me give you based off previous. Arsenal currently have the best defense in the league.
Fantastic.
Number 2, Arsenal currently have one of the best midfields in the league.
Fantastic.
Number 3, Arsenal have just signed one of the best strikers in European football who scored 97 goals last season. And Arsenal have just signed one of the best 10/left-sided players in the Premier League from Crystal Palace, who also won trophies, who also another guy who also,
so did Jesus and Zinchenko.
We've signed winners. We signed Zubimendi, who won
Jorginho, 29.
We signed Gyökeres, who won trophies. Lee, I gave you the respect when you were speaking for 30 seconds, at least not interrupt you. Right? Then also Eze, who just won the Europe thing. So when you speak about winning, I'm looking at this team and I'm looking at the field and I'm saying to myself, Chelsea's not ready. I'm saying City's defense is suspect. I'm saying Liverpool have not yet to sign Isak or Guehi. And I'm simply saying to you, when it comes to title winning sides, we have been there and thereabouts over the last couple of years. And we have now added the 7 players we have been asking for. So if you still
Chelsea are not ready, no?
If you still believe the manager is the problem, fair. But I'm looking at the squad, and I believe this squad is of the caliber to win the Premier League.